Hi there, my name is Nancy Bartell, and I'm the Director of Family Ministries at Northbrook United Methodist Church. And do you know what today is? Today is the first day of Lent. Now you might be thinking, what exactly is Lent? Well, Lent is the 40 days that leads up to Easter, and that doesn't include Sundays. Lent's a time of preparation or getting ready for Easter Sunday. It's kind of like Advent, but way, way more serious. And people use this time to pray more, to find ways to become closer to God, and to repent or change the way they do things in life so they can be closer to God. Now, you might hear people say for Lent, well, I'm going to give up coffee, or I'm going to give up sweets, or I'm going to give up eating meat on Fridays, and think, what are they doing? Well, by giving up something, this is a way for them to be closer to God, because it makes life a little bit harder. So in the mornings when they think, oh, I'm going to get a cup of coffee, and they realize they gave up coffee for Lent, they can pray to God and say, Lord, help me get through this day with you alone instead of my coffee. Or help me every time I want to have some coffee to think, I need to love my neighbor more. How can I help my next door neighbor? How can I help my coworker? It's a way to become closer to God and to love your neighbor. But you know what? This has been a year where we've had to give up a lot of things. And so instead of giving up something, I want to suggest that we actually do something in our everyday life. A way to bring God's love to our neighbors, our friends, even strangers. So some ideas I might have is maybe you put notes or pictures in your mailbox so your postal worker can get them and see how much you appreciate them. You might leave notes or pictures for the UPS person or FedEx or the Amazon driver to let them know how much you appreciate them. You might put pictures on your front door or your windows to let your neighbors who are nurses or doctors or teachers how much you appreciate them. Maybe you give a note of thanks to the grocery store worker who always brings out your groceries at curbside pickup. There's a lot of ways you can thank people who are doing a lot of things in our lives to make it easier during this pandemic. And Lent is a perfect time to do that because it makes us pause and ask, God, who are the people that are around me that are doing lots of really great things that I need to notice and say thanks to? That's really what Lent is about, because it helps us to focus on our neighbor and also to focus on God. So I hope you'll join me in this during this next 40 days before Easter. And additionally, every Sunday, I'm going to share a mini lesson. It will premiere on YouTube at 12 noon, and we're going to learn about listening and courage and growth and sadness and unexpected joy and God's unconditional love for each of us. So I hope you'll join me on Sundays.